Hey, Nicole. I actually love this question because it's really going to challenge you based on my answer. All right. So, your question is, how can I leverage collaborations with well known photographers or designers to boost my career? Try being a model that provides them value. I know a lot of times when you guys are thinking about your modeling careers, you're thinking about you. You're thinking about how can I get bigger? How can I boost my career? How can I make more money? The reality is that no model makes it on their own. And you have to think about it from other people's perspective. Why should a client book you? What value do you bring them? Why should a photographer work with you for free? What value do you bring them? Why should a designer pick you for their showcase or their show? What value do you bring to them? If you want to work with well-known photographers, what value are you bringing to that photographer? If they're expert level and you're a novice, why should they work with you? You want to boost your career, but your career is at the beginning and you're trying to work with somebody who has spent years inside of this industry getting paid for their expertise, and you just want them to work with you because you want to boost your career. They're going to charge you, and it's going to be hefty, and they deserve to. Because when you look, and I've showed this to the models that I work with hands on, there's a graph that I show them like 2 weeks in. And it shows you when you're trying to do collaborations, you have people who are beginners, you have people who are intermediate, you have people who are advanced. For there to be an equal value exchange, because sometimes it's not all about money. If there's an equal value exchange, normally money really isn't considered. So if you're a beginner model and you find a beginner photographer and you guys happen to do the same type of modeling, say same type of niche, say beauty, right? You're a beginner beauty model, they're a beginner beauty photographer, and you want to grow your portfolio. You could reach out to a beginner photographer, and because the work that you're showing, shows what you do well, why they should work with you, and because they might just be starting out, they might love to do a test shoot with you. Free of charge. Just show up, time, talents, you get the photos, they get the experience, and they get another model to add to their portfolio. It's an EV exchange. But you want to tell me that you want to know how to collaborate with somebody who's making anywhere from high 3 to over 4 figures per shoot. You want to know how to collaborate with them and you're just starting out. Even if you're not just starting out, if your rates don't match theirs and your work doesn't match theirs, why do you think that they're going to collaborate with you? Collaboration means that there's an even exchange of value. And a lot of times, I'm not saying this is you, but a lot of times models will try their darndest, okay, to reach out to people that they know have amazing work. They don't have their digitals. They don't have a portfolio. They haven't been modeling long enough to actually make some money, but they want somebody whose work they admire, rightfully so. Somebody whose work has been featured in the magazines that they love, rightfully so. Somebody who is making money off of their creativity and their skills and their time and their talents for a collaboration because you like their work. What value are you bringing? So as long as there's a disconnect in value, it's going to be bridged by money. So if you do not have the budget for well-known photographers, if you don't have the budget for well-known designers, you need to start working with people who are on your same level and grow from there. Now, if this well-known designer or well-known photographer has an open call for a test shoot or for an upcoming show, feel free to audition because they're saying, hey, I want to work with somebody new. I want to have a new face. Raise your hand for sure, 1,010%, especially if you're qualified and you, of course, specialize in what they need you to specialize in and can provide the value that they're looking for sure, raise your hand. But I want you to always go into collaborations understanding where you are on the rankings and not just where you feel you are, but where you really are. You might feel like, oh, I've been modeling for over a year. If you haven't gotten paid and you're approaching somebody who only gets paid for their work, you're in different levels. Oh, but I've gotten some publications and I've walked in a fashion week. Are you consistently getting booked? Think about that when you're trying to collaborate with somebody who's constantly booked. There's a disconnect in value. So, anytime you're trying to think of a collaboration that's going to benefit you, really make sure you're benefiting the other person as well. Because if not, you are going to be charged, and rightfully so.